Rex. I am joined, as always, by my good friend, Mr. Golgiap. Mr. Golgiap. Mr. Golgiap. Oh. Oh, hold on. All right. Well, anyway, moving on. Here's some information about the teams. It is, as we said, Michigan versus Iowa. Michigan is currently sitting at 2-3, so they've already had their bye. Iowa sitting at 4-2, so two middle of the pack teams here. Not anyone fighting for big placement, but just slugging it out with each other. Middle of the pack, trying to get ahead a little bit. Michigan, they have lost to Purdue, Wisconsin, and Illinois, but they haven't played against Chicago yet. They used to be one of the former top four Dota 2 squads in the 2015 to 2016 season, but having a little bit more of a struggle here in their in this bracket around.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too terrible, 2-3. I mean, of course, you would like to have more wins, but, it's just, they can still make it back. I mean, of course, this win over Iowa will set them even, which they would be very happy with.
Yeah, and Iowa 4-2, not doing too bad, only dropping 2 games. It was lost to Chicago and Wisconsin. They already won, beating out Trine, Robert Morris, Illinois, and Purdue. They were a former decent team, and they're having a good fall after a complete rebuild of the team. So
Nice.
their previous historical seasons aren't really going to give you much information here. But 4-2, they're still in this, Golgi. A couple losses from some of the
Yeah,
upper
of
tier
course.
teams means that they're absolutely still in this.
4-2 is pretty damn good. They looks like they both have a shared loss against Purdue. No, they have a wins over Purdue. No, they're different Purdue. They've shared losses against Wisconsin. That's what it is.
Yeah,
So
and
Wisconsin is probably a very strong team in that division.
and then Iowa did lose to Chicago as well. Michigan hasn't played Chicago yet, so we'll see. Once that happens, we can kind of get another gauge for how these boys are faring against each other.
Yeah, for sure. So, have you been watching Midas?
God, I've missed all of it pretty much, and I really want to watch it.
It's actually pretty damn good. What I like most about it is the fact that, I mean, the draft is different because there's a lot of randoming. Obviously, it's the first time they're doing the tournament, so a lot of the goal values and the game isn't balanced correctly. So what happens is that teams have a lot of money, but there isn't enough incentive to spend the money. Because funny thing is, actually, Slack said something funny because people have been just randoming the whole time. They've been just stocking money without picking actually anything, and people have been randoming, and they haven't been getting punished for it. And what Slack said was, "Thanks, Ice Frog, for making your game so balanced because it's ruining our league."
It's ruining our whole tournament.
Yeah, like people can random and they're not punished for it. It's hilarious. And these challenges, of course, all the crazy challenges add excitement to the game, and it feels like the pros are having a lot of fun with to see weird drafts. And of course, it's all the characters are enabled, so we get to see Techie sometimes. We get to see Dark Willow and Pangolier. Oh my goodness, like Pangolier is so OP in a lot of ways, and I didn't think that it was going to be, because when he first came out, people thought he was underpowered because people thought he was going to be a carry. People was focusing on the swashbuckler, but man, swashbuckler is okay ability, and what people haven't focused on was the ultimate. And when people got used to driving the ultimate around, oh my god, that thing needs to get nerfed, because I feel like he was overbuffed because people didn't know how to play him. But once people know how to play him, like if you see Zai playing Pangolier in the off lane, man, that thing is a work of art.
Yeah, and I know Pangolier's like extremely strong in the early to mid game, but will start to fall off pretty late, right?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, he's the straight up team fighting potential against like BKBs and stuff like that aren't as strong. But like, he's really good at skirmishing. He's going fighting and not fighting, fighting not fighting, because you got to work around his ultimate timing. And the cooldown for that is very short. And if you can use that to disrupt the team fight very big, and get out, and then do it again next fight when your enemies like BKBs are down. Like it's great. So you got to plan on play like that. You can't draft him as a position 1 for the same reason as exactly you said. He doesn't scale all that well into late game. He does okay, but definitely don't want your position 1 to be Pangolier.
Sure, and it looks like everything is just about ready. We're going to be heading into the game, into the draft. In 3, 2, 1, there we go. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with the players connecting, of course.
Radiant team band.
So still seeing the same bands coming out. Oh, Underlord. It's nice. I like seeing him play. Actually, I guess he's not really that exciting, right? He just survives and throws firestorms in the offlane.
Yeah, he's as boring as it gets when it comes to offlaners. But they got like the Assassin's Creed logo as their flag. Iowa does. Because they are the MMR assassins, I guess.
Yep, and we have casted Iowa games before. I think I recall the MMR assassins name, the brand, the flavor. But look at these bans, Golgi. I'm not seeing any Bane here. I'm happy so far. I don't think he needs to be expended. Any bans or picks on. Tiny is crazy right now.
Weird ban. Yeah, Tiny's really good.
5 seconds remaining.
And even the Shadow Shaman, I like the Shadow Shaman ban. He's just so strong early.
Yeah, he's pretty good, and I mean he's just a safe pick, but surprisingly they pick him and ban him. And Lich too. This kind of feels like last meta. I don't feel like Shadow Shaman and Lich are like first ban worthy anymore.
Yeah,
Wyvern has really come into the kind of the fold of being one of the best first picks. Jakiro is still up there with the first pick material.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I expect we'll see Jakiro and Winter Wyvern probably picked up here as the 5s. Because those seem to be the ones remaining. Unless one of these teams want to roll the dice with Bane. But we've discussed that to death, of course.
Yeah. Venge is also very good in this patch. There's a lot of good supports right now if people want to go for it. And a lot of them are still left in the pool. Sharam, I think, is still very good, but I think Lich is actually quite a bit on the weak side. You talked about it, that the fact that the experience is split more evenly within the creeps and not so heavy on the range means his early sacrifices aren't as good anymore. And of course, his early levels of ice armor has been heavily nerfed.
Yep. Yes. And then the deny XP got reduced, or did it it just got more evened up? As far as I know, that the person who got denied receives more out of it now, right?
No, people who got denied at least is less. Yeah.
Okay, but the denier gets the same.
No, denier gets less XP from denying too.
Okay, so that doubled up on the pain for him.
Yeah. But if you can deny creeps, but I mean it doesn't. Sacrifice is not exactly a deny though. It works a little differently because sacrifice takes away 100% XP away from the enemy.
Does. I always thought that it just gave deny XP. That makes a lot more sense.
No, and it gives you the 100% XP for denying it.
Yeah, and the enemy gets no XP.
Enemy gets no XP. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny because it reminds me during the last compendium I took Lich for the deny challenge because I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Take Lich for deny.
They didn't count though.
Nope, sacrifices don't count as denies because they work differently mechanically. Now here's a Lion. I mean, he's actually a viable support now. I would not put him in tier 1 support, really, but he's definitely pickable. He's really strong.
Hex changes really help him.
Yeah, hex changes. Yeah, it's very good. And of course, he got some nice talents. He got a very early cast range. I think he has a level 10 cast range talent, which works wonders for Lion. Because he can't keep safe, because that's his worst part, right? He has bad movement speed and he gets caught in fights and he dies. But if you can get his spells off and spells off more than once, he gets 2 earth spikes off and 2 hexes off in a team fight. Like the guy, Lion is doing more than he should, and he can win a team fight by just constantly landing CC. So it's good to see Lion come back, especially in a pick-off lineup.
Let me just having Lion here, thinking of like other ways that supports could get help, because like Lion, he really likes the cast range, and another thing that you really want on him is a blink dagger. Oh, it looks like MMR Assassins will pick the Bane. We'll get to that in a moment, but so I'm thinking of other ways, like more creative ways that they can boost supports, maybe with talents. What about something that reduces the cost of items? Like maybe 10% reduction item cost. Yeah, a talent like that.
I mean, that would be really hard to balance because I think basically the way they do that is gold per minute talent.
Yeah.
Right? It's the same thing, right? Because in the end, you just use to get more items. But gold per minute talent is a lot more easier for Ice Frog to balance because it's already a concept that's in the game. So if they really want to help supports out that way, they can obviously pump more into GPM.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it in terms of like a like for Lion needing to get a blink dagger, that one of the biggest challenges for him is not constantly losing gold to try and get that one big purchase, right?
Yeah.
So GPM can help him get there, but if he's dying, it's going to hurt a lot. Whereas a flat reduction in the cost would actually make it somewhat easier for him. I
Right.
think it's just a tiny little nuance thing, but it's a mechanic.
Yeah,
that I
but
don't
again, it's
think-
hard to balance, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the value it doesn't exist in Dota, right? That kind of concept, and yeah, because that would be really weird to balance around. Because if you, I mean, this is a weird world, but if you ever go carry lion and if you're building a very expensive build, a gold reduction on your very expensive build can get a little bit. It can go a huge extra mileage on that. But if you're buying support items, very cheap items, percentile reduction is nothing at all,
Yeah.
right? It gives you nothing. Or when you're getting percentage, because flat reduction is better against something that's cheap, and percentile reduction is better against something that's more expensive. So
True.
yeah, it's weird. That's why GPM talent is better for supports rather than percentile reduction because except for the blink dagger for Lion, everything else he needs to get, force
pretty
staff
cheap
build
build-up,
up,
right? Yeah.
and wards and getting his boots and all these things. It's better to have that GPM constantly flowing in, so you can buy the wards, buy the tomes, buy all that thing your team needs.
Yeah. So we've got a number of picks and bans out that we can discuss now. Bane will be picked up by Michigan. No, Iowa. Iowa got it.
Yeah. And Oracle, it's interesting. Oracle, you don't really see this hero without much setup. When it's set up as in he just wants to play with someone with heals on his team, and right now there's no healers on his team because you see him. Mainly with Huskar because he has so much healing coming in. But if you have any hero that usually gets a heart or can do well, or is anyone with just any kind of AOE healing or they heal themselves somehow or have a good helper, second regen like Alchemist.
Husker isn't banned. Do you think they go for it here, or are they looking to just maybe pick something else up?
It doesn't seem very good here,
Yeah.
even if they want to go, because Bane already has the pure damage, which sucks, and Medusa can stone gaze him, which sucks. Monkey King has the boundless strike, which sucks. So,
So
yeah,
it sucks to be Huskar today.
yeah, not a very good Huskar game.
Can you think of a good
is
healer, a
okay.
good maybe right clicker healer, pseudo pusher? Because they're lacking a bit on the
Elk?
push right now. Yeah, Elk.
I think Elk could work.
Getting Lion at there's a lot of valuable Ags here as well.
Yeah. No, I actually like Elk quite a bit. Other than the fact he's slightly still a weak hero, but synergizes well with Oracle, and MMR Assassins have no real way to deal with Elk.
And if he picks up a Diffusal, that's one of the best things remaining here to deal with Medusa.
Yep. Anti-Mage has been banned, so that's not a pick they can go for. They go for the Dragon Knight. Okay, Dragon Knight has a lot of innate healing because of the
regen.
Dragon Blood. Yeah. And I believe the Dragon Blood talent has been brought down from level 25 to 20 talent now, so you can get it a lot earlier to have it online for Oracle. Because Oracle doubles your healing per second, and Dragon Knight I think with the talent gets 50 HP per second or something like that. That turns into 100 HP per second under the False Promise, which is nuts. And on top of his normal regen, right? And if he gets a heart on top of that, the heart regen doesn't get cancelled even when you're taking damage under False Promise because of the fact that it's considered you're not taking damage under False Promise. So as long as the heart kicks in, you become basically invincible, and yeah, it's a good combo.
So there's a concept that I like here in this draft that we probably won't see, and really only doesn't even look that good on paper. But Medusa Ags plus Monkey King ult.
Actually, this is very interesting.
The only problem I can see with that is that if they're turned to stone, they're not going to be moving into the little statue's attack range to get attacked, and they're probably not going to get hit while they're stoned from the Mystic Snake. but I mean, what's the attack integer on the or interval on the Wukong's command?
1.4. That's the
1.4.
attack speed of the monkeys.
Okay, that's
So I think it's a pretty good combination. It will make his ulti do a lot of damage. Of course, also make Boundless Strike do multiply damage on top of his normal crit,
oh,
right?
that's true.
Actually, it's not bad. I actually don't. I actually like that combo. It might be legit. It might actually be legit. Not sure if Iowa is actually thinking about that, but no. If I see that, I would not be surprised at all. I think that's a good call.
And I've always liked this the Medusa Ags. It's very niche or it's not common that you see her get it because there's just other stuff that she wants that are better, right? But it still can be very, very powerful.
For sure. I mean, usually, like, or against certain drafts, it's, like, incredible. Like, for example, against Chaos Knight, it's, like, no-brainer. You get that every single time against Chaos Knight because it makes him useless. Because when you stone illusions, they disappear. So you can throw Mystic Snake against Phantasms, and they all disappear. And it's really freaking strong.
Another pause. Well, I guess while we're paused, this is a league game, so we always like to introduce you to the players. I remember now, yeah, Iowa, it is going to be Asian characters. They look somewhat Japanese, but
These are Chinese.
that's what okay. Yeah, they're a little too blocky looking. Earthshaker will be playing the Earthshaker. Meanwhile, we have 7 on the Bane. Jackpot on the Bane. It is Nietian and Daka on the Medusa. These guys and their names. It's going to be Earth Spirit playing the Earth Spirit as well. And finally, Monkey King. I can't see his name right now because he's a little courier man.
He's
that
the
is
worst.
Yeah, that is the worst on the Monkey King.
It's funny because both the ES players have the Chinese names.
Okay.
All right, over on the Michigan side, we have Tangy playing X, Kevin the First on the Dragon Knight, Arhawk on the Viper, Yggdrasil on the Lion, and Mirth, Heart, and Minty on the Oracle.
All right, and actually, yeah, we've casted both of these teams before because I remember Yggdrasil.
Yeah, Yggdrasil, I remember Tangy before too, and Cabin the First, I remember him too. Definitely casted these guys. I feel like we've seen these guys in Echo League somehow.
Oh, yeah, that's also possible.
Yeah, I swear to God, I casted these guys in Echo League. But maybe I'm just thinking maybe it was only in CSL. But I would not be surprised if I cast them in both places because they look very familiar.
All right, both teams getting very aggressive on their wards and going to capture a side for themselves. Left versus right, top versus bottom.
It's interesting because this has turned into more of a standard rune, bounty rune. Rather than going for your side, top and bottom, you go for both of yours off lane side because the runes are so much more closer together between like these 2 points and of course these 2 points. They are so much more easier to defend as a team and to get both the runes than trying to go for these 2 runes on both of your side, which are spread out through such long distances.
Oh, Bane taking quite a lot of damage here in the bottom. They connect on him with a Earth Spike and Arhawk looking for him. He's just gonna have to back up.
Yeah, he's going to go back. Yeah, he's going to TP back right away.
Yeah, and
so that's some space for them.
That free TP probably helps take whatever bounty you want and make it to lane very quickly for free.
So it is going to be just the Earthshaker versus Axe lane on the off lane, and that should go pretty well for the Axe because I mean he does pretty well against melee, especially 1v1.
Oh my god, yeah, he's so happy to be in this lane.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of farm here, and Shaker probably almost nothing in this lane. While on the other side, of course, Viper is gonna harass Monkey King because Viper wins basically every lane, minus the Brewmaster. I learned on Thursday that Brewmaster really makes Viper's life incredibly hard, and Brewmaster will usually beat Viper.
Is that just from the Drunken Haze?
Yeah, you just put a Poison Drunken Haze and constantly have Viper Drunken Hazed up, and Viper will not get any last hits. And Viper, one of those heroes that, I mean, he doesn't scale well in the first place, but on top of that, if you fail to get a good early game, he definitely won't scale into the mid game either.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a laning dominator.
Yeah. Yeah, so I really do like Michigan's draft here, especially seeing how it looks like in game, because I think they laned it really, really well. Because, yeah, that Axe and Earthshaker, as we said, really, really good lane for Michigan, and same for bottom here, Viper against the Monkey King.
Medusa should have an okay time here against Dragon Knight. Obviously
Yeah.
not going to be too much aggression here. Both of these guys are tanky as all hell.
Yeah, it's going to be a farm lane for sure. He's going to see who's going to get more farm here. I think Dragon Knight's going to win this lane when it comes to last hit, just because of Breathe Fire is such a good farming tool that also reduces the enemy's damage by 25% now. So, yeah, Medusa not going to have very much fun with that. And, yeah, Kevin picking up the Soul Ring. And he's going to make sure he stays at basically 0 mana the whole time, so Medusa's snakes won't do a lot of work against him. And he will just pop Soul Ring, Breathe Fire, and just repeat that. Of course, Soul Ring giving strength now is really, really nice for those strength heroes like Dragon Knight.
Man, Bane is able to put the hurt on Lion if he gets a Nightmare onto him. Rolling Boulder forward. Earth Spirit's going to grab that bounty while cruising through it in stone form. Get a second one for himself.
But Bane
And
again,
Bane
trouble.
is going to get rooted, yeah. Here comes the stun as well. Now Arhawk, they should be able to get this kill. Oh, they aren't able to kill him. Oh, the first blood's going to go. That Purifying Flame's almost getting him out of there.
Yeah, very, very good recognition by Michigan. They let the Earth Spirit have the rune, but they realized, I mean, now it's a 2v3. We're just going to go hard on this Bane because Earth Spirit isn't there to protect him anymore. So, very worth losing your bounty rune for that.
Yeah, look at this sad Earthshaker just trying to last Thunder Tower. Of course, when he's got Enchant Totem, that's much less of a challenge.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to miss the last one there as well. So let's
Man,
see.
I wish I had lanes like this as an Axe.
You just gotta ask your teammates to draft a tri-lane, off-lane, and then give you a 1v1 matchup against the off-laner. Because Axe beats almost every other 1v1 off-lane, I think. And Tangy's gonna call Earthshaker actually top. Oh,
Yeah, he's caught
Earthshaker.
inside of it. He'll use the fissure. He's going to get a good amount of damage out. Tangy's got to be careful now. He immediately pops himself a salve, and now he's going to run it around. The rolling boulder comes forward, but it's not going to hit. Even the boulder smashes off a little bit. Earthshaker trying to make his way away, but Tangy, he's at full health now, and he's going to try and catch him out right now. No, he's just worried about the last hits. He gets the taunt, but he's got no
Okay.
creeps here. He's
No
probably not
spins.
going to get any spins.
He got 2 auto attacks there, unfortunately. If he spun once from those 2 auto attacks, it would have been a kill. But he's going to still continue dominating this lane, and he's going to be happy. And also forces a rotation from Earth Spirit, so doing a good job in this lane, even if he didn't get the kill. Yeah, so I'm just checking. Dragon Knight does get the level 20 now, the double Dragon Blood HP regen.
That's the
Which gives
same
them-
value as it was before? Double?
Yeah. Yeah, double.
God, that's a lot of HP and armor.
Yeah, it's 24 armor and 20 HP regen.
Oh,
Pretty
they're going to
good.
get a root out onto Earth Spirit. Here comes the stun. They catch him. Hex while he's trying to rolling boulder out. Yggdrasil with the DD. Going to pick that one up easy. And that is a happy Lion.
Yeah, these guys been so good at making sure they don't stack their CC at all. Yggdrasil also using the Hex and just waiting for the last moment until the cast animation for the roll is basically at the end point. And then, just use it for maximum CC.
Man, and Minty is getting big pulls off. Pulls and stacks. No, this one isn't not going to stack. It's already stacked. But, once they get a couple more levels, I suspect that Lion and Oracle will take the stack together.
Yeah.
Even just clip off a few creeps here and there. Oh, Kevin is already in dragon form, already level 6. Gonna start putting some pressure into the tower.
Yeah, not much Medusa can do against this. The Dragon Knight pushes so hard, and obviously the Mr. Snake doesn't do anything against him because he has no mana every single time, because he makes sure he's at 0 mana and just pops Soul Ring to cast.
Oh, I love this.
Fire.
Tengi was taking a double stack, and the courier was just sitting here till the last one hit down. Then it finished delivering his Tranquil Boots.
Nice. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
kind of like the
coming
good old
out.
Tranquil Boots on the ground trick.
Yeah.
Except not as risky.
I like this Axe versus Earthshaker matchup because both of them have to be really careful about being inside of their own creeps.
Yeah. Surprisingly, Earthshaker getting decent amount of farm here, but of course, Axe doubling up his farm, 42 to 22, and of course the mid going similarly here. Cabin the first has 38 to Medusa's 28, and Viper has 31 to Monkey 17. So dominating the lanes hard here, Michigan is.
Yeah, Michigan's just taking everything.
And of course, we'll see if they can transition this into a good mid-game push, because of course their team doesn't scale as well into a late game, but it might not matter if they can just win quick.
Viper even using his new Nether Toxin to zone out the lane.
Yeah. Oh, he actually gets a
finds
stun!
him! He gets him! He saw him jump. He knew pretty much where he was. Here comes the channel. It's going to hit. He's hexed up. He's stunned up right now. Yes, they'll be able to claim him. Oh, no monkey business today.
Yeah, great job for our Hawk, and Worst is not going to try any kind of shallow tree dances ever again after seeing that. He's going to make sure he dives a little bit deeper into tree lines next time. So that
He just made
happen.
a beeline for him.
Yeah. Yeah, our Hawk was ready with the tango.
And that's their position 1.
Yeah, no farm. Only 18 last hits right now. Not even a power treads at this point. It's pretty sad. Against Viper, who has power treads and a Ring of Aquila. They find the Lion? No, it's just going to be the Nightmare. He might actually turn it around here. Nice Earth Spike onto the Bane. But
He's going to be able to
no
brain
more
sap.
damage to
Yeah.
follow up.
Now, here comes a smash straight through and into the rolling boulder. They're going to be able to keep him safe from a little bit of magic damage, and our Hawk is going to come in. This big poison bastard.
Top tower.
He's not
Oh,
going to
he's
let
taking
them
so
get...
much
Yeah,
damage.
he's going to die here. He doesn't have rolling boulder for another 3 seconds.
Oh, and Bane too. Getting greedy for the Yggdrasil kill.
Oh, boy. And that forced a rotation here from Dragonite, but he's got a double damage rune. He's going to pop straight into the dragon form, and they are going to push down this tower.
Yeah. This gives Medusa some time to pressure the mid here, but she doesn't push towers very fast. Unlike Dragonite's, obviously, the Corrosive Breath of that first Dragonite form does damage against towers.
Yeah,
so.
really helps him take that tower out.
Oh, Medusa's here, and she reveals herself with that snake.
Snake, yeah, she's going to get run down if she's not careful. Kevin just
Yeah,
tanking
Kevin
it up.
first.
He's got that double damage. They've got Nether Toxin in the back. And now they've got a full creep wave. They're ready. Here comes the Mystic Snake. It's going to bounce a couple times, but they're just focusing on the tower. Rolling Boulder comes in. It's going to hit onto Kevin, and they use the jump in from Monkey King. Monkey still only level 5. He used the Boundless Strike and getting a little bit of damage out. But Dire Team Michigan, they're just going to be able to retreat as 5. Axe is still having the time of his life. They're fighting without him
Viper
right now.
getting
They're going
dumped
to
on.
catch Viper, though. Another jump forward, and Nia actually going to be able to claim that kill. A little aggressive on the Rolling Boulder, but more Mystic Snakes are coming through.
That was a Blink Dagger reveal for the Earthshaker. I actually got a really good time here. I mean, both these offlaners have both their Blink Daggers ready at 10 minutes. They're very happy offlaners. So a great way
Tangy's
to reveal
looking
that
for
Blink
worse
Dagger.
right now. Nah, with the TP in from our Hawk, I don't think Worse is gonna get anywhere near this creep wave.
There's a smoke here for the Dire side. Tangy also has a Blink Dagger behind them. Oh man, but that Earth Spirit illusion actually scouting them out.
Oh, they're gonna go for
find
it. They
Medusa.
find Medusa. Here they go. Lots of damage about to come out. Oh, they've got everything they need. I don't think Medusa can get out of here. No way.
Mirth actually steals that with the Purifying Flames. Meanwhile, mid lane, another core on the Michigan side goes on. So it's a core for core trade here, which I think is pretty even for both sides. I
Kevin-
guess although losing Medusa this early on is not a very good thing to happen.
Yeah.
Or losing Medusa ever is not a good thing
Kevin's
to
gonna
happen.
clean up a tier 1 with that space.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower.
So pick off plus 8 towers, so Michigan definitely winning on that trade.
Yeah, and Viper can handle a death or two.
Yeah, for sure. He's one of those heroes that doesn't mind tanking ganks and stuff like that. Because he's pretty resilient when it comes to being able to be relevant in a game as long as he doesn't get too far behind. Because he's just innately super tanky.
Yeah, not item dependent at all for his early.
So it looks like Worst is going for a Sanjin Yasha build on Monkey King. It's not a build that we see on often, but I do like it here for Iowa, considering that Michigan has such an early game draft.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures
Yeah, and especially with this pressure that Michigan's putting on already, like they got the
Yeah.
bot, they've got Dragon Form back up. Here they are back in the mid, ready to fight again.
Oh, they're trying to take the
Faking
mid.
out,
It's
yeah,
one
faking
hit
out the
away.
fissure. They're gonna get the deny, and Arhawk should be able to make it back. He's just kind of dancing around the fissure. Has to be really careful right now. Okay, they're gonna
Oh,
use
was
the
it a
false
bait?
promise onto him, and now here comes Stone Gaze. They're coming into the fight. Deep inside, the Oracle is gonna get taken out. Arhawk just barely surviving. They might be able to get him. Oh, he gets blocked up. Now a roll forward. Yggdrasil should be just fine. Yes, and he makes it out. So it'll only be one loss on the Oracle with a lot of attention focus. Really, Medusa doesn't want to be fighting right now either, right? She'd much prefer to be farming.
Yeah. I wish Tangy is more around for these fights because he has a pretty good build, and I mean he's using his TP again to go into mid to not really do much. This is the difference. His TPs have been cooldown when these team fights start, while Earthshaker's hasn't been. So Earthshaker has been making a lot bigger impact in these team fights than Tangy, who can't TP into these fights because of the fact that he uses it early for these rotations. But if he can get a kill with the
They're
smoke,
gonna find
he's actually
Monkey
really
right
worth it.
now. Yggdrasil. Oh, they're gonna catch him, and now here comes a jump in from Tanky into the call, into the dunk. They're even gonna be able to find Bane here now, putting plenty of damage into him. They use the finger into the dunk, double dunks. Michigan just getting aggressive here in the Iowa jungle.
Yeah, just when I say Tangy needs to be getting in these team fights a bit more, he shows it to me. Getting that double kill, especially on that Monkey King, which is very important. He's poor, and it's never too much to gank a carry, even if they're like behind the game.
I think they're prioritizing getting the blade mail up on him before he goes into team fights to try and get multi-man calls. And I can agree with that because it seems like his team is doing fine without him. You know, it didn't go so well bot, but they recovered quickly. They got mid, only lost an Oracle, and so if
Yeah, I don't have any problem with him farming. What it is I want his TPs to be off cooldown more often.
Yeah,
so he can
that's
TP
fair.
into fights.
But yeah, it looks like they're putting all the eggs in the get the blade mail up. Well, actually,
Yeah.
as I say that, he's sticking around looking for more fights. They're going to call into a creep wave as well. This is really going to hurt Bane. Here comes another dunk. 3 dunks in a row. Killing spree for Tangy. Another
looking
fortification
very
up.
good.
They've got Arhawk here, and they should be looking to pull in Dragonite. Dragonite's on the top. He's got to be careful. They're going to fissure him up, and now Earthshaker blinks in onto him. Lots of damage.
Tanky.
He's trying to make his way away. He actually survives, and they've got the TPs to keep him safe. They abandon the push on the bottom, but they still got about a half the tower's HP and damage. And oh no, Earth Spirit's not able to find Arhawk as he's TPing out. That is the most value I've ever seen coming
Yeah.
from a rotation.
And Kevin is probably going to pop this Dragon Form here and maybe try to pressure this tier 1 tower, which is almost going to go down. It's 375, so only a few auto attacks from this Dragon Knight will be able to finish it off.
Man,
And of
Dragon
course,
Knight.
he got healed up
And
by
look, he had-
Dragon Knight.
Yeah, he almost had like
Oh.
5% HP left, and he's almost full now. This
Yeah.
guy.
Radiant's top tower
That also great armlet toggling to get out of that gank earlier, obviously.
is under attack.
Always nice to see that.
Earthshaker's ready to try and go if he can get a little bit of support here. He's hanging out in the back. He's got lots of creeps, he's got lots of targets, but no one's here to
could be
help
good
him.
Echo.
He's,
Yeah, he needs
he's setting
support.
this up so good. If his team came in right now, this is the part where they could really turn it. He's gonna get
Oh, he's
spotted though.
itchy.
Oh no way!
No.
There now
Oh,
he's gonna get
find him
spotted.
now.
They find him.
Uh-oh.
Immediately throwing tons of damage. He's gonna take out the Oracle, but should go down. But everyone else is here. Finally, the rotations come in. Kevin is in the front line, taking everyone up. Monkey King's gonna be able to claim a tower in the bot, and actually Dyer's just forced back with that. Oh, what a player! Earthshaker, beautiful.
Yeah, really dangerous for him, but he made sure to combo that correctly and got out without paying for it at all. So well played for him, getting a nice pick off on the Oracle there.
That really halted that push in its tracks.
Yeah. And Dragon Knight obviously didn't feel safe staying there without the false promise around. So Worst finally finished up his Yasha. This should help him farm a little bit faster with that extra move speed and attack speed. I guess an interesting interaction here is that Monkey King might not be able to man up very easily here against the Viper, because if he's standing on top of the Nether Toxin, he won't be getting additional Jingu Mastery counters.
Oh, yeah.
There's something to keep an eye on. Looks like Michigan again pushing this bottom tower. Kevin's gonna be able to get some few shots in here, laying the Corrosive Breath do some damage.
Call comes
Taunt
out,
onto
it's going to
Bane?
catch onto Bane. They've just got a little bit of damage. They're going to commit the Stone Form. And now they've got the Fiend's Grip into Axe. Axe is being kept alive right now, though. He's getting plenty of healing as well. Coming through and returning the favor with a 2-man. Oh, no! He blows up when the False Promise ends in the mid-dunk animation. But a Fissure's going to stop all 3 of these Dire Heroes in their assault in their tracks. Now, trying to go around, Arhawk is looking in a little bit of trouble. Some healing coming out on Earthshaker, finally going to go down. Kevin is very, very low. He's armlet toggling, staying a little alive for now. Oracle could be going down. Yes, we'll go down to the right clicks from Medusa. They're going to keep this tier 2 alive once again, but Kevin should go down here. I don't see how he gets away. Finally.
Try to armlet toggle through it, but that's pretty rough against both Monkey King and Medusa. Kind of a weird fight there. Looks like it was a 3-for-3, but the gold exchange hugely on the side of Iowa. 1,000 gold for them and 382 for Michigan. And
Shows you
most
how-
of that money going to Medusa, so she's
Yeah.
going to be very happy.
Shows you how behind they are for this stage of the game.
Yeah.
Or at least how ahead the people they killed were.
Yeah, they did lose 2 cores, Michigan did, for just mostly supports in the offlaner on Iowa side. But yeah, we saw another interaction there. If Axe's false promise stopped, obviously damage does not cancel his blink dagger at all, so he get a free blink off, and he fought to the bitter end, which is very Axe-like. Going down after that false promise ended.
Yeah, even if you're 100% gonna die, or even if you aren't 100% gonna die, like the Axe option is always like, just fight, just get in their face.
Yeah. Oh, they find Medusa. This is going to be a great kill if they can get it.
They get the
Taunt comes
they
out
get
as
the
well.
Taunt out, but where is everyone else? Another Fissure's going to keep him slowed up for a second. Yggdrasil, there we go. Yggdrasil is making his way back. Tangy, another false promise is going to be used on him. They're going to try and keep him alive, but they're not getting any damage into it, or they're not getting any heals into him. Fiend's Grip onto Oracle. Here comes a big Echo Slam. It catches onto 2. All the supports have gone down. They've lost their axe. Now, Kevin and Arhawk are on the run. Kevin gets ran down, and now Arhawk trying to make his way away. This Earthshaker's been playing so well. He's going to blink in. This is what I expected to see. He's going to find him. He throws the Venom is down. The Toxin is down, but they chase him down. All 5 dead on the Michigan side. Iowa, they are fully bounced back from this early game at this point, I feel like.
Yep, no, they are 1k gold ahead now. So we're talking about how even though Michigan can win the laning phase, it's all about how they transition into this mid game. And the defensive plays coming out from Iowa was beautiful there. The Medusa got initiated on. That should have been a free kill normally, but Earth Spirit lining up a perfect stun and a silence to keep her safe long enough for her to get the ulti off. And once she got the ulti off, it was just game over for them, because what they were depending on obviously is just to chain CC from Hex to a taunt to the Earth Spike to make sure she doesn't get the ulti off. But yeah, once you got that off, there's no way they'll win the fight.
And with Michigan's draft in their early game, this is supposed to be their this is their snowball time.
Yeah. Yeah, not being able to get any of these tier 2s either really hurt, because they tried pretty hard at both the top and the bottom, and all their pushes have been unsuccessful so far. And now they might be kind of on the back foot, and it's weird because they could fall back and farm here if they wanted to, but that's probably going to not go very well for them because Medusa is going to scale much better than they do.
Yeah, it'll just draw the loss out, it feels like, unless they can get like a big clutch fight, but
Yeah.
it's getting harder and harder at this point.
Yeah, and of course, there isn't a very good... Oh, where was that? It was in the mid lane. Looks like Earthshaker had a DD Shadow Blade. Oh, that hurts. Oracle, how much health does he have? Only 940 health. Yeah, no chance for the poor little Oracle. That wasn't even the Echo Slam committed. He's going to have Echo Slam up right now.
I have an idea, Golgi. This is a terrible idea. Manta style on Axe.
Explain. Oh, because of the split shot?
Split shot will proc counter helixes. Because Medusa's going to be the big problem here, right? Like, but I mean, he's going to need not just the Manta, but he's going to need, he would need a heart to get any real value out of that. But, Medusa, what do they really have to be able to get damage into her once she gets online?
I guess Viper should go for that Fusel Blade. Yeah, Disarm is good, but it's all about being able to kill her, though, eventually, right? Maybe it's a game that our Hawk should go Diffuse on the Viper. I mean, we don't usually see it very often on the Viper, obviously, but it might be a game where you go for it. I mean, I'm not saying that's going to just solve the problem with Medusa, but it's something to go along the way. I mean, it's a lot better for him to build it than Dragon Knight, obviously.
Yeah. Lion's going to have to spend a lot of time sucking if they can keep her locked down.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good point, because if they can get her locked down for long enough without Lion's channel being interrupted, that's one of the good ways to take it out. They find Earthshaker,
but a jump forward, Tangy, he doesn't get the call off, but they're ready to turn it around into Earthshaker. Worst is jumping in, though. He throws down the monkey business, and now they're trying to turn it around. Arhawk, he doesn't have a lot of healing going. He is probably going to, he is going to burst as soon as that goes down. They will get a kill, Monkey King for Viper, so that's gone pretty good so far. Jump forward, it's going to be a call on the three of them, but no Blade Mail means that they don't have quite the damage. Earthshaker is going to be able to make out, and they clean up 3 kills for themselves and are ready to go on the offensive. Oh, they smoke up, but they're going to be able to immediately find Oracle TPing out, and the Nightmare is there just in time. They're going to claim themselves a 4th one and get ready to push here into a Tier 2. This was supposed to be Michigan's game to take Tier 2s, but they're going to be the first one to lose.
Yeah. This is looking pretty hard for Michigan here. As Iowa's draft, obviously more late game oriented, and they're already winning these mid game team fights. Medusa already doing way too much damage. Got that Manta style up, got the Mask of Madness up. Mask of Madness, if you guys didn't know, is a fantastic item for the Medusa because of the fact that the increased damage taken, just how it works with the Mana Shield is that Mana Shield reduces the damage first, and then the increased damage takes effect. So yeah, the way that works, it means that Mask of Madness actually is very effective on Medusa and actually hurts her less than it does for normal heroes.
Yeah. So it does. You're saying it'll take the full amount in Mana Shield damage, but the actual HP damage that Medusa will take is therefore reduced, right?
Yeah.
Because she will only receive the percentage or the damage boosted off of what goes through the Mana Shield.
Yeah.
Which is barely anything. Oh,
you're still my control. Oh, Kevin, actually,
they were looking for this on him. Oh, easy. Earthshaker hurting so bad. Even being able to jump forward onto Kevin. Now they've got themselves a Wukong's command as well that'll be able to zone out this other team. He's just going to break it. Didn't want to hang out in that Nether Toxin. Didn't want to be too far forward. That was actually a really well-placed Nether Toxin. If they were able to keep up that Wukong's command, that makes it really iffy to try and defend this, but they're able to force him outside of the circle because his choice is to get closer in danger zone or just get out.
Arhawk in danger. Oh my god, the damage this Earthshaker is doing.
Oh, he gets kicked up upstairs.
It's going to be okay probably here. Yeah, no, the emblem changes.
Yeah,
because if the emblem on top is on fire, it means he's going to take damage. Not dies, but he's going to be less health than what he's currently at. And if it's an Oracle Ball thing, that means he's going to be healed at the end of it.
Tangy getting caught in the bottom. He's trying to split push, trying to cut. Ooh, this is getting really rough for Iowa. Was a 4K lead for Iowa in the early game, is now an 8K lead. Or excuse me, Michigan. 4K in the early game for Michigan, now an 8K lead for Iowa. With the later game composition.
Yeah. The problem here is that Michigan needs to get pickoffs here, but Iowa playing it smart. They're always staying as 5, and what Michigan needs to do at that point, it means they need to split push to make sure to get the enemies from 5 manning so much, and then they can go for pickoffs when people are split, preferably on the Medusa. But of course, that's pretty hard to do as this lineup because Viper doesn't split push very well, and neither does Dragon Knight.
All right, Viper getting very close to finishing off his Force Staff. Will pretty quickly go into the Dragon Lance, I imagine. But, whew, boy, Medusa and Monkey really took over that Network chart.
Yeah. It seems a little strange. There's a Wraith Band on... Oh, does Wraith Band... Oh, right. Wraith Band is what you need to build into Hurricane Pike now, isn't it? There's no recipe anymore. Because Viper just bought a Wraith Band. We'll see it right now.
Oh, yeah.
It is. I was like, why did he buy a Wraith Band that displays in the game? Making Hurricane Pike's build up even more easier.
And makes a early Wraith Band valuable. Just hold on to that.
You can buy 2 Wraith Bands now. I suppose one goes into Aquila, the other goes into Hurricane Pike. Are there any smokes here? I mean, smokes might be a good idea for the Michigan side, but maybe if they're not feeling that confident they can win any fight, even if they catch the enemy by surprise, it might not be good to fight.
So Michigan, they're off to farming. They can't just sit here and farm and hope to outscale. I hope they're looking for a specific item. What do you think it is? Is it this BKB on DK?
BKB on BTK would be nice, but I don't think that hasn't really been the problem for DK because it doesn't obviously solve the problem of Stone Gaze. It doesn't solve the problem of Fiend's Grip. It doesn't protect you against Earthshaker Initiation if you get blinked on. So it's a pretty rough spot for the Dragon Knight. I think what Arhawk is doing right now is exactly what his team needs to do. He's going to split push safely and hopefully bait out like 1 or 2 people to come and hopefully jump on those people. But it's going to be a 5v5 and Michigan isn't going to be happy about the 5v5 Medusa even having the Lincoln Sphere in this fight.
Yeah, I was not going to respond with any less than 5. It seems like. And Medusa's going so aggressively. She's gonna be so hard to kill.
Oh, they find Dragon Knight.
Yeah, he was hiding in the trees. It was just such a hard place to be.
Oh, nice
a 3-man call gonna do quite a bit of damage. And now they're trying to run away, but Nia once again, Medusa just pumping out so much damage. Earthshaker gonna try and cancel TP. No.
Oh. He's getting pinged up by his team. Just don't give up, but at this point, Iowa is going to make much bigger mistakes than that to throw this game. Of course, I would love to have this Echo Slam for the next fight, but they're going to be fine with this. I'm going to be able to take this tier 2 easily, ward up, and probably attempt a Roshan here, of course. Aegis, Medusa is probably the second best hero to have Aegis in the entire game of Dota, versus being Storm Spirit.
Yeah. Now, what can Michigan do here? Obviously, team fighting's not going to work. If they split push...
split push. Yeah, split push and try to split up the Iowa team and then gank them when they're alone. But, of course, that's super hard to do.
Here comes an initiation. Oracle is just going to get found and down here in the front. Great rolling boulder and Fisher will keep him right in the machine gun-like bow of that Medusa.
Yeah.
Worst thing on the trees.
Scared. Man, she doesn't care at all. Just forward them up, and she's gonna pop the Stone Gate just to take this tower.
Yep, they're gonna get it back out. Now they'll be able to both get shrines and the Roshan. Typically, we see Rosh into
Tangy
the tier
wants
3.
something though.
He's gonna try jump forward. Oh, he tries to go for the taunt, but gets nightmared right away. And now they're gonna get run down by Iowa. Wukong's command comes in. It's in deep. Kevin trying to run away, but he's getting Fiend's gripped up. I don't know what's going on. Oh, is this a special cosmetic Fiend's grip? Because it looks way different.
No, it's still a normal one.
It just looks so weird. Tangy also
Tangy
being chased
going
down.
on.
He's gonna try and TP out. They kick him to safety. No, that doesn't stop the TP. They were doing a lot of damage to him too. I think he was gonna die.
Meanwhile,
it's all for
just
nothing. Medusa's
taking the
going
melee.
for Rax.
Yeah. Objective-based gaming.
Worst says thanks.
Oh my god! Earthshaker dunking into the enemy fountain and blinking out. Just playing with his enemies right now. He's going to TP to safety. And of course, this means they can take this shrine here and make sure that they have a pretty safe Roshan without any TP spots for the Dire to go into.
They don't give a poop about the shrines, apparently. They're walking right past them.
Yeah, I mean, this bottom shrine is pretty worthless. Only shrine that really matters is the safe lane shrine here for the Dire, because that's the thing that lets them TP and maybe contest Roshan, if they even can. Because they could just make Medusa solo this Roshan while the entire Iowa team waits on the outside. And what is Michigan going to do, even if they know this happening, right?
Yeah, let's be honest. Earthshaker is going to jump in and be this crazy bastard that we've seen all game. And it is just going to fragment Michigan. I noticed Tangy has a Shadow Blade queued up. He had that for a while. He diverted, instead of the Shadow Blade, he went for the BKB. That's interesting. I guess maybe the...
They really feel like they need pickoffs, right? More than anything, they know they're not going to win a 5v5, so they need to make a 4v5 to be able to take anything. So I guess he's prioritizing initiation over anything else.
And if it's toggled on, Mana Shield doesn't get broken, right?
Nope. Yeah, Mana Shield is not passive. Oh, they actually give the Aegis to Worst. I'm not sure about that. I think if you give the Aegis to Medusa, she just goes high ground, and there's nothing that any team can do.
Yeah, I guess they're just not scared, because she was just going high ground anyway.
Yeah.
There was nothing that Michigan can do about it.
Hawk on the
is gonna
bottom.
get caught again. Earthshaker once again is just pumping all of his CC into her. We have a blink forward. Tangy finally gonna get some revenge. 2 kills going out, but
Find the Bane as
they're
well.
gonna find the Bane as well. Yeah, this is good. Good stuff. All right, Michigan. That's gonna put.
They almost
jump
found
forward,
Medusa.
Tangy. Oh, he almost gets her
spot
now.
BKB.
Yeah, he BKBs, but that's not gonna help him against the call. He's so fast though.
Yeah. He just popped BKB so he can they take the battle hunger off of
Yep.
himself, because then he couldn't jump on trees. So a botch initiation there for Iowa side. I mean, of course, Earthshaker and Earth Spirit, their initiation range is miles, and Medusa can't catch up to them. Medusa has no Blink Dagger. She has no Force Staffs to be able to close that kind of gap. So just the initiator getting a little bit too overzealous there. We'll see. Oh, there's a call over onto the Monkey King.
It's on Monkey King. He's still got a shrine and he's got teammates. They've got to be careful. This isn't the hill they want to die on.
No, and everyone's respawning right now. They should just focus on that tower and took them mid-tower, but instead, looks like they're going to forfeit that too. So, I mean, if there are more botch initiation like that, Michigan has a chance, but of course, they didn't kill Medusa there. They killed the 3 supports over on the side of Iowa, so yeah, not even that big of a gold swing there. Still 15k up for Iowa. Yeah, if you look at the net worth graph, that just barely dipped slightly with that team fight. 777 is asking for anyone to upgrade the courier.
Of course. All right, and yeah, Medusa's ready to fight now. Mascomatus up, punching away into the tower. Haven't bothered with any of these shrines yet.
The Nether Toxin will break the split shot though, which is something. There's a call actually going out over on the bottom.
Where the hell? There we go. Worst is going to throw Wukong's command. Now he's ready to fight. Axe gets... oh, man. The Stone Gaze into Wukong's is doing so much damage. A Boundless Strike hits onto 2. 3 of them are dead. Now chasing down into Kevin. And actually, was that a buyback onto...
That's a GG just called.
Yeah.
It's the
There we
final
go.
Echo Slam there. I mean, at that point, I think that game was over at like 20 minutes when Iowa was just trying to, roll over Michigan. Michigan stuck it out, try to see if there's something they can make something happen. But Medusa is one of those heroes that if she starts dominating the game, there's nothing you can do. You can jump on her, try to kill her, but she'll pop the ultimate and then kill you eventually. And obviously, Michigan's draft had nothing they can deal with Medusa. Their strat was to destroy the enemy team before Medusa comes online, and they were doing that during the laning phase, but unfortunately, they couldn't transition that into a proper mid-game team fight.
During their mid-game, it seemed like they had every advantage in the world. The lineup, they had the early game. Was it Michigan just not taking the team fights correctly, or do you think it was really just Iowa playing around their limits too well and then like picking the right times to fight?
Yeah, I would think that's Iowa's plays that let them win that rather than misplays from Michigan, because I think Michigan was playing it right. They had the right strat. They were pushing the pace and they never gave up. But the thing was, the Earthshaker and the Earth Spirit both did so much work that team fight that turned it all around with when they tried to initiate on the Medusa. Medusa ended up getting like 1,000+ gold out of the one fight. Where Earth Spirit landed like a 3-man like in a row stun and a 3-man silence against the initiating Michigan team and just turned it around. And of course, we saw that Earthshaker constantly get pickoffs and blinking in, initiating before Michigan even had a chance to respond, and just made sure that Medusa and Monkey King could perform at their best level.
Now, Golgi, do you want to make any predictions for Game 2 bans?
I mean. I was thinking you're talking about Medusa, but no, I'm assuming you're talking about the Earthshaker and Earth Spirit. Yeah, I don't know for sure. Medusa is something that they can deal with by just drafting around it, but yeah, I would not want to play against the Earth Spirit and the Earthshaker again, because the Earthshaker lost his lane and then still dominate the hell out of Michigan.
Yeah, he got that blink like crazy fast for how much an Axe was just camping him, not letting him do anything.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. That was game number 1 of Iowa versus Michigan. We're going to take a short break, and we'll see you guys in game number 2.